Everybody, to week 3 recap of BKS softball. I'm here with Joey Sutton, here every week, and we got a newcomer this week, Louis Batesh, starting third baseman.
Right.
Good to have you, Louis.
An amazing week in the BKS that should be an amazing show tonight.
Definitely, we have a lot to talk about. Tons to talk about. Really was
limited commercial interruption for this.
Yes. We hope so. Well, the only commercial we're going to do is our Shoof.com commercial, which will be up, I think, a little later on tonight.
Sure.
But let's jump right into it, as we have a lot to talk about. Well, first, you want to mention where...
Let's talk about, not playing in Canarsie this week. Everybody making it out to MCU Park, thanks to...
not everyone.
2 out of 3, ain't bad.
2 teams got stuck at Canarsie.
Yeah.
But the majority were at MCU Park in Coney Island this week, the home of the Brooklyn Cyclones.
Thanks to SBH and Top Gun. We have to give a quick shout out to Charles Anteby, who ran the Top Gun, as well as Sammy Esses, the commissioner, who's not here tonight.
Where is Sammy tonight?
He actually won the Top Gun tournament and took his team out to Disneyland.
Wow.
That's what he said after he won. I'm going to Disneyland. I'm like, Sam, stop gun. You're doing a Disneyland.
It ain't Top Gun's a Super Bowl, but sometimes it is.
Right.
You like the Schnitzel King.
So we'll hold off on Top Gun. We'll discuss that a little later on tonight. But for now, we're going to start off with league games that were taking place at MCU Park. Game 1, big matchup of Ahron, which is AB Ash's team, against Kupat, Ha'ir, AB Cohen's team.
Let me tell you, first when we walked into that field, everybody just said, wow. I mean, you walked in and you felt like you walked into Yankee Stadium. I mean, there was the grass was groomed perfectly. The lines were perfect. I mean,
just looked great.
The word "perfect" that can't even describe how awesome that field was enough.
So that was part 1 of the day. It really wasn't perfect for Ahron on this day.
Right.
We got swept. Brutal, absolutely brutal. Game 1 was really dominated by AB Cohen and his fantastic pitching.
He lost 2-1.
No, that's game 2.
That's game 2, Rocky.
Game 2.
4-0.
4-0. I think we had a total of 3 base runners, maybe 4 over the minimum. AB Cohen pitched really awesome.
How's AB's speed this year?
AB's speed is right there. I think he actually struck me out on the first bat of the game, but the up called to the ball, so I got lucky.
You want to talk about AB's speed? You should see the welt on Joey Towell's head. Yeah. He hit Joey Towell with a fastball in his head loop. Oh my.
There's another league that
hit Joey Towell with a fastball in the head. It was
one of our rival leagues uses helmets. We don't.
Right. So, something to talk about in the offseason.
Yeah, maybe for Joey Towell.
I think the helmets are more important for running the bases than from batting.
Well, Joey Towell will disagree.
Because when you're running the first and a third baseman or shortstop is throwing the ball,
right, and
it's a bad throw, that's when it can hit you in the head. I think it's more important when you're running the bases.
Right. I don't think we're going to get into that with the helmets. I really don't think that's an issue for BKS.
Talk about in the off-season.
I don't think it's necessary. We're willing to sacrifice.
So we'll get into the game a little bit details. I think the biggest problem for Ahron right now is hitting. If you look into it, the team average this year for hitting is .306, which is by far the lowest in the league.
It's unacceptable for a batting
average. 174 in the first game.
It's a problem.
Team thing. On base percentage was 208. Not good at all. You can't win with those stats.
Can't win with those numbers, especially against a pitcher like AB Cohen. If you're not going to take some walks and get some hits early in the at-bat, you have no shot, which is the way we looked on Sunday.
It looks like he pitched the minimum here. He had 24 plate appearances, 7 innings. There's only 3 people that got on base.
Right. That's what I said. He pitched very close to the minimum. I think I thought it was 4 above the minimum. I guess it was 3. Very impressive, Ed. Really very impressive.
The with AB Cohen, I mean, what the Ahron's issues was, they try to jump on the first pitch quickly. They try to jump on the first pitch, which was, sometimes is AB's the softer pitch, you can call it. And there was guys popping out, grounding out, and it was 1 pitch and done. So it wasn't even that he faced the minimum. He wasn't throwing a lot of pitches also, which allowed him to pitch game 2.
Yeah, we
normally in the past several weeks, AB's only been able to pitch 1 game. Yeah. But without making him pitch, making him work, he was able to go game 2. And although game 2 was more of a nail biter,
absolutely,
he still came out on top.
Game 2,
See, look, AB's getting old. Let's face facts here. He's getting
You better
old.
hope AB doesn't watch because he might hit you in the head next week.
And we have to understand that, you know, he can't pitch the 2 games like he did 10 years ago. You know? So he's in the twilight of his career. His kids are coming up.
Oh, that's where I was going to go with the next point. AB's kids are really excellent ball players. But I think AB will like it. They're better people. They're just good people, and something like that.
I say better than.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that they're good people more than they're good ball players. So AB would appreciate that.
I hope I'm not playing AB next week.
His sons, they really know the game well.
Yeah,
they know.
I saw them playing in SBH, and they good ball players.
Yeah, they know. More importantly, they know where to be.
Yeah.
You know, they know when it's a 2-1
got
count to shift
baseball
over. They really know the game.
They got baseball in their blood. Not only
And,
Twitter, they got baseball also.
And they got a lot of speed out there in the outfield. He has his sons right now in center field, and his other son in right field, and they're both playing really well out
Michael
there.
and Jackie, good job, boys.
AB Cohen's team hit very well in the first game. They
Yes.
had team batting average 593, and they only scored 4 runs. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, we got some innings. Ralph Haddon for getting asked
And
some
some
innings.
Sammy Red Cohen looked like he batted 3 for 3 in the first game, 2 for 2 with a walk in the first game. Ralph Nasser went 2 for 4. Excuse me, 2 for 3. 3 for 4. Excuse me, Ralph. I'm sorry. I mean, and
He needs his glasses. You need glasses?
Yes, Victor went 2 for 3. Also, Jonathan said, and everybody else went 500. I mean, everybody on this team
Hit the ball very
hit
nice.
the ball very
Like what
well.
we were saying, you know, it's the same story week in and week out with Ralph Hannon, the pitcher for Lev Ahron. He gets himself in trouble, but very well gets himself out of trouble. So he will walk a couple of guys, he will put a couple of guys on base, but he does get himself out of the trouble. You know, it's been a couple of times this week. He had runners on first and second. 1 out, you ground that into a double play, got a couple of pop-ups, big strikeout. But he can get himself out of the trouble. It's just a matter of his team backing him up and putting the runs on the board for him.
Ralph is a good pitcher. I played against him. He has speed. I mean, he can surprise you very nicely. You're expecting a little lollipop to come up, and all of a sudden it's coming at you inside corner. You can't hit it.
Right.
So he's a good pitcher. He's not.
So that's the story there. Game 2, whole different story as Joey alluded to. I think we started off top of the first, AB Ash's solo homer.
Yes.
Over the left fielder's head.
Deep bomb.
Bomb. Absolute bomb. Abe really would like to keep that going and get the momentum going with that type of power.
He batted leadoff or batted second?
No, batted second. I batted leadoff.
Yeah, you got no hit, so. Good leadoff guy.
Thanks. You're not invited next week.
Good leadoff. AB had a home run. Very nice.
I had a walk-up. So AB had a nice homer, 1-0 us. I think we took that lead for a couple of innings.
Into the 5th, if I'm
Something
not
like
mistaken.
that. We gave up a run, 1-0, went into extras. Very quickly, they had bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th.
Ralph walked the first guy who got himself into trouble. Next guy hit a single. First and second. Next guy hit a single. ABS made a good play.
I think we had 1 out, bases loaded. So
Correct.
was there an out there somewhere?
Yeah, there was an out. They threw the ball to third. Whatever it was 1 out, bases loaded with Sammy Red.
Infield and outfield in, make the throw on a sac fly. No sac fly there. There was a strikeout.
Right.
Makes it 2 outs. Outfield back to regular depth. Sammy Red Cohen gets up.
He puts a blast over him. Put a blast over your head.
He went 4 for 4 in the second.
Yeah.
Same way. How do you do it? I think he has to be tested this week.
Yes, I think that his random drug test was tonight.
Okay.
We'll have the results next week, and if he's not playing, you have your answer.
You have your answer. He might say that he's hurt, but
Right.
but that's the sketch. He's actually been suspended because of.
So basically, that was the game. Really a heartbreaker for Lev Ahron, who's now in last place at 2-4.
Yeah, it's a big issue because getting swept puts
When is the trade deadline?
the trade
You might want to trade
deadline.
We
somebody.
were actually offered some trades late in the afternoon, which I will not discuss right now.
Right.
They're still being
But
pondered.
you can bring it out in the open and nobody's listening.
I'm going to
By
pass.
the way, we do get an average of 74 views a week. So I would like to thank all our
That's it?
viewers of the BKS show. That's a lot.
That's a lot. You have to
Yeah,
remember,
we
we're not
only
nationally televised.
Yeah, we only
I'm
post.
6 of them.
Right. We only post on Wednesdays sometimes, so I mean for a 3-day window, I think it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
But hopefully our viewers watch a couple of more times just to get our stats up.